Hello, my name is Madison Hirschberger and my career goal is to become a child life specialist. A child life specialist works with children and their families in hospitals and medical facilities to ensure they are educated and coping well. A child life specialist uses medical play and therapeutic activities to calm the child and make sure they understand a procedure or what equipment is being used on them. A child life specialist, especially during long-term hospital stays, makes sure the child is allowed to still be a kid while in the hospital. I currently volunteer at 2 different children's hospitals in their child life department, Peyton Manning Children's Hospital and Riley Children's Hospital, so I know that this is my dream career fit. The areas of psychology which I have learned thus far, which will be most applicable to my future career interests as a child life specialist, include lifespan psychology and social psychology. Every psychology course I have taken so far is important to my future career, but I feel these 2 courses are most applicable in what I will be dealing with on a daily basis. Lifespan psychology is relevant because I will be working with children from infants to adolescents. It is important to know which stage of development a child is in order to apply appropriate play, distraction techniques, and medical explanations in terms they can comprehend at that age. Social psychology is relevant because I will be working and interacting with a variety of people, not just the child who is in the hospital. I was once told that child life specialists are the glue of the medical team, holding everyone together. We are the advocates for the child and therefore need to make sure everyone caring for the child is on the same page through communication. When thinking about my future career as a child life specialist, there are many questions to be asked. One which would be important for my future career is, what effect does play have on motor and cognitive development for children in Piaget's pre-operational stage, and vice versa? This question is the most relevant and important to my future career, because play will be the main form of communication with the children I am working with. Also, play is the way in which a child learns. If the child's ability to play is taken away, then they are losing this mode of exploring and developing in this world, as well as their form of communication with adults and others that they are interacting with. Jean Piaget was a developmental psychologist who established a theory of cognitive development which looked at 4 different stages a child goes through from birth until adulthood. These 4 stages include sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. The second stage, pre-operational, lasts approximately between the ages of 2 and 7 and is what I will be focusing on. During this period of play is mainly symbolic, with pretend and make-believe play. Ordinary objects become a thing of great value and aid in bringing their play to life. A stick may become a sword or a swing set may become a castle fortress. This symbolic play is extremely representational, where past events may be brought into the storyline and altered. For example, if a child just took a trip to the zoo, they may come back home and play zoo, creating enclosures for their stuffed animals, feeding them pretend food, and taking care of them through play. This complicated nature of play is the child's form of communication and interaction with the world around them. So what effect does motor and cognitive development have on play for children in Piaget's pre-operational stage and vice versa? Studies conducted show that environmental interactions, differing levels of motor and cognitive abilities, and gender all affect how children in this pre-operational stage play. A limitation of these studies regarding the research question for the line of work as a child life specialist are that none of these studies were conducted in a hospital setting. Hospitalized children may react differently in the environment they reside in. Children may react differently in an environment that is not typically geared toward play and is generally suppressive of creativity. This information may not hold true for kids who are put in a more suppressive and distracting environment, which is the hospital with all of its machines, new people, and very dim lighting. It can be concluded that a child in Piaget's pre-operational stage has the cognitive ability to construct play in their mind without carrying out the accompanying motor function. For children who are immobilized in the hospital for long periods of time, cognitive therapies can be constructed so they are still able to benefit and learn from different aspects of play which help them to develop. In addition, knowing the normal functioning levels for play of children in this age range and what factor affects a child's play is critical. From the slew of studies regarding play in child development, several demonstrated a child's motor ability is not determined by their level of intelligence. There is a stigma that if a child has a lower level of intelligence scored on a standardized test, they have a lower learning capacity for all taught skills. This shows motor and academic learning ability are not completely connected. As a child life specialist, if a child is having a hard time understanding information presented in an academic format, they may have an easier time understanding through a physical format. In addition to intelligence, a child's ability to learn in a setting where they have become developmentally delayed is not hopeless, as specific motor and cognitive training can increase a child's skills that have been previously delayed. Also, different factors can affect play and development, which include gender, personality type, training, and previous experience. Motor and cognitive development varies from child to child, play techniques and types as well, because every child is unique and different. A child life specialist must look at both the average norms and all aspects of a child in order to aid in facilitating play and make sure the child is appropriately motor and cognitively developed in the situation that they are in. Overall, there is a plethora of research regarding the effects play has on motor and cognitive development, and vice versa. The complicated nature of play is the child's form of communication and interaction with the world around them, aiding them through their journey of child development. Studies conducted show that environmental interactions, differing levels of motor and cognitive abilities, and gender all affect how children in this pre-operational stage play and develop. This knowledge gained from research will aid me in my future career as a child life specialist. An important takeaway from the research analysis is learning how to educate and assess children of this age level in order to further apply it in a hospital setting. As a child life specialist, it will be my job to educate the child about what is going on or the fundamentals of an upcoming procedure they're going to experience. Being able to assess the child in order to gain an understanding of what capacity of learning they are capable of will be important in determining what teaching methods to implicate. For example, if a 5-year-old child is paralyzed from the chest down, I will have to implement educational and physical activities that can be done from a wheelchair. To take this a step further, if a child is completely immobile, studies show a child in Piaget's preoperational stage has the cognitive ability to construct play in their mind without carrying out the accompanying motor function. For children who are immobilized in the hospital for long periods of time, cognitive therapies can be constructed so they are still able to benefit and learn from different aspects of play which help them to develop. Children in a long-term hospital setting are at a higher risk of becoming developmentally or cognitively delayed. Previously believed to be permanent, there are numerous studies that show different therapies can help catch kids back up to the normal developmental level of their age. Knowing what exercises and training can bring a child back up to normal motor or cognitive skill functioning for their age is imperative for them to keep an established and well-being once discharged from the hospital. Child life specialists can teach parents these motor and cognitive skill training methods to work with their children during the hospital stay and post-discharge. Along with developmental delay, a child's cognitive learning could be hindered by an object that is often turned on for hours at a time in an inpatient's room, a TV. The TV is a source that is often turned on even if object play is being conducted with or without an adult present. The research studies regarding this matter is important because it indicates background TV can decrease the focus and quality of object play in young children. For children who are exposed to TV on a daily basis, sometimes all day for weeks on end, this could seriously be damaging their cognitive learning through play and decreasing their attention span or delaying its development. This is a component which needs to be researched further in a longitudinal hospital study. As a child life specialist, I will need to be aware how much background TV is being provided for each child and attempt to exchange out this noise with stimulating, tangible object play for each child that can be conducted with or without an adult present. In conclusion, the effect that motor and cognitive development have on play for children in Piaget's preoperational stage and vice versa includes environmental interactions, differing levels of motor and cognitive abilities, and gender. All affect how children in this preoperational stage play and learn. Thank you.